So this is one of those decision moments. Do I stay on the 101 or do I go to the first exit for the 271, I believe it is, which I was told by one guy I should skip it and go to the next one. Is the 101 going to be a smoother ride, you know, just less climbing than the first section? Well, I don't know. Looks like it would be less traffic, that's for sure, but I don't know if it'll be a better road or a worse road. It's one of those things you don't know unless you actually go on the 271 and to see. So I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards staying on the 101, but then I'm curious about the 271. I think I will see what the 271 is like. Might be a little more climbing, we'll see, but I'm in no rush. Check it out real quick up here to see what it looks like. If there's much shoulder, if it's a rough road. If it doesn't look good, we can hop back on the 101. The 101 definitely looks like it's got some good downhill. Let's go over here and see what this 271 looks like. Doesn't look bad, but looks like it's got some climbing. Let me think about it. Okay, I am going to take the 271. Looks like it's a nice country road. Since I've been here, not one vehicle's come along, so it might be a little quieter, even if it is a little slower. Maybe find a place to eat lunch, which is something I usually haven't been doing on the road. I've just been riding non-stop, you know, from breakfast to dinner. So today we're going to go a little slower. The curious side of me wants to see what 271 is like, and just enjoy the day and this beautiful countryside. It's just amazing. Dogs got out, had a little walk and some water and a little treat, so hopefully they'll be nice and quiet for the rest of the day, or at least for a while. I believe this was used before the 101 was built, I think. Not sure, but kind of an alternative, or we'll see though. good downhill, even though the road is a little rough, but now we got some climbing, and maybe this is what the other cyclist was talking about as far as avoiding this exit, but we'll see. Little climbing's not going to hurt anybody, especially if there's no vehicles along this road like it's been. Eventually this hooks back up to the 101, cuts across it, and goes again, I think on the other side of the 101, which is the area he told me I should take. So the 271 that I'm on right now had a really good downhill and then a pretty steady good climb that I'm still kind of climbing. But you can see the 101 down there, which was all downhill. So I'm guessing though that they have to climb somewhere. Of course, this could go down to where they are. But it's been quiet, no vehicles yet. The little sidewalk over on the other end said 1947, so that's probably when this was built, maybe, or at least this bridge. So I have a feeling once we get to the top here, it's downhill, probably back to the 101, and then cut across to the other side. So it was not something that I would tell people to avoid. It's, you got a good downhill and a good climb, but no traffic. So let's keep going. Oh, and these two, no, you're staying in there. I know you both are like, oh, he's unzipping, he's letting us out. No, I'm just saying hi. Get your head back in there. You already had a break. We'll take one soon though again. All right. Sounds like a little creek below us. Just some of the things you see and hear and smell when you're, out in the open on a bicycle or recumbent trike, or even walking. When you're going at a slower pace. I can understand why so many people and a lot of foreigners from Europe and Canada bicycle tour down this coast, down California and Oregon and Washington, all the way down to Mexico. Just so much to see and enjoy and experience. first vehicle I've seen on this road. And it's an old, I don't know, Land Rover. Really cool looking. I've only seen a few homes, maybe 2 or 3. I think back at the 101 turn off onto this road, there was some sort of boat company, boat building maybe. So the people that live here kind of have a nice this 271, their own little road, convenient to the 101, but nice and quiet, well maintained, little traffic, you know, and they're close to Liggett and I guess a lot of little towns up north that we'll be going through in Eureka. So looks like we're going to be connecting to the 101 again, but I'm going to stay on this 271. I think 271 or 261, 271. Stay on it, and I think it cuts to the other side of the 101. You know, I think the person that told me I should skip this section of it, he was probably thinking about if he, you know, going in the other direction where I think there's more climbs, more of a steep climb. Going this way, which is pretty much, I think we're heading west, northwest. It hasn't been too bad. There's the 101. Okay, so we're gonna stay on this road instead of getting back on the 101. Oh yeah, it's a little warm, but so far it's been pretty decent. Nothing to complain about. See if we can find a spot for lunch. Piercy is an actual town. Oh, if they had pizza, that would be the perfect town. I'll check back in with you guys later. So one thing I've seen out in this area is homes and farms are places that have big water tanks and tall fences. What could be going on in there? I mean, they've got a big fence up here even. Ooh. going back to his home, pit bull. Well, I'm still on 271, which kind of runs parallel to the 101. A nice ride, you know, very quiet, peaceful. And I'm actually going to do something I don't typically do, and that is stop and take a break and eat something. Not quite lunch, I mean it's a banana and some sesame snaps. But on most days I don't even stop. I just keep riding and, you know, snack on a candy bar or M&Ms or something while I'm riding. Here I'm going to take a little break, just rest. Pulled over next to a place called Krishnalaya. Kind of a place that could be a really neat summer camp or retreat, and it looks like it has some sort of like little, I don't know, vacation or hotel rooms or something. A few cars there, and it looks like there's a dining hall and meeting rooms and stuff. So we're next to that, nice and quiet. And then over there is the 101. Somewhere over on that side. That's the Eel River over by that green bridge. We'll be crossing that. But yeah, this is kind of a nice area. It'd make a peaceful place to, you know, retreat. Maybe be great for a place for cyclists and hikers to stop off at. You know, instead of the campground, pay $5 for a night here. That would be really neat. You know, if you had restrooms, place to eat, and place to sleep, that's really kind of that'd be a neat little retreat, you know, if it was just for a certain group instead of like all campers and RVs and things like that, if it was just hikers and bikers. Because this is kind of this 271, it's on, I think it's recommended as an alternative to the 101, you know, get off and take this for part of the way. So you'd have a steady group of people coming through especially during the summer. So, business idea. Well, I'm going to take my little lunch break. Couldn't find any pizza places out here. Alright, talk to y'all later. Pretty soon we're going to be hooking back up to the 101. So if you're bike touring or hiking, I'd say the 271 is a nice little detour off the 101. I know we've got a campground coming up probably in a few miles, something Richardson, I forget the exact name. And then you've got Standish Hickey on the other side. You know, nice little ride, but a ways from this 271, but still most cyclists make it pretty easily there. And this is just a nice break from the highway. All right, let's see, what do we have up here? Back on the 101.